What's up, guys? Broken Prophet here, and welcome back to the vlog. Here is hoping you guys are having an amazing Monday and a good start to your week. I know we're just coming off the weekend, right? But instead of looking at today like it's the start of another week, we're gonna turn it around and go, hey, start of another week, another opportunity to do great things, hoodoo wise and life wise. Anyway, so without further ado, guys, this video is going to be part rant about marketeers and part teaching. As you know, I've retired from doing work on your behalf, but I am going to coach and teach so that you guys will be able to do a lot of things yourselves. And I know you're going to go on to do great things. But anyway, without further ado, let me show you guys something. Anybody have one of these? Anybody know what this is? Some of y'all may be too young to know what this is. This is a sandwich maker. This is what, because I'm kind of old. This is what, and you see, it's a little dirty. It's been in the garage for a minute, but this is what we used to have back in the day when we wanted to make our own hot pockets. They used to have entire infomercials about this thing, where you can make your own pizza pockets and all this other stuff. And then you would either buy one yourself. If you were young enough, you beg your parents to get one. You're like, I can make my own hot pockets. I can, they had, or you could take some bread and put the apple pie filling in there. You're like, I can make my own apple pie, blah, blah, blah. And when you get it, you would do just that. You would do just that. You like look, it pinches the edges closed and stuff like that. And it was cool. It was great, right? Until you got tired of making sandwiches. And then you realize this is a one-trick pony. It does one thing and it takes up space. Counter space is not something you realize you need until you go out on your own and it's time to start adulting. Once you start adulting, you realize, listen, if you are about to be in my kitchen, you need to be able to do multiple things. And ever since this, that has been my priority when it comes to the kitchen. Everything in my kitchen's got to be able to do multiple things. And the ability to do multiple things is at the very core of hoodoo. It's just at the core of Southern culture. I've made the analogy before about butter knives. A butter knife, yeah, it's gonna cut. It's gonna smear your butter or your peanut butter on your bread. But it's also gonna be the screwdriver. It's gonna be the lock picking tool. It's gonna do a bunch of things in your house. One butter knife does a bunch of different things. The same thing, since we're talking about hoodoo, can be said for roots and herbs and things like that. See, I told you guys this was going to be part rent because, see, the marketeers wanted to do away with the multi-use, the multi-use, multifaceted aspect of the different roots, herbs, and items in hoodoo. Partly because they didn't know enough to be able to teach you how to do a bunch of things with one root and herb, but also they knew that it would make it hard for them to make these neat little books that y'all like to turn to. You can flip, and here's all the love roots, and here's all the money. Well, if one is in both sections, they can't sell enough books that way. So they did away with a lot of the different uses in order to make it easier to categorize. And lastly, they did away with a lot of the different uses for one root and herb because they wanted it to be novel. They wanted to catch your attention, just like one of these things. So what I have decided to do with this video, I am going to tell you guys the conventional use to some of the different hoodoo items that you may have heard, but also some of the uses that you may have never heard before. Okay, so I picked a few here, and I'm going to start off. And I don't know if this is going to be, if the title is going to include roots and herbs, because right now I'm filming it live in front of the members, the channel members. That's why if y'all see me looking down, I'm trying to scan the chat, but not actually look at the chat. So anyway, without further ado, let's start with this. Now, this is pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Now, we all know that in hoodoo, we use fool's gold. You can use on the money altar. It is a stand-in for wealth, and paired with things like a lodestone or like a green candle. This will help to draw money to us, right? And a lot of people will get one and they just sit it down, right? Because that's all you've been taught. Just sit it on the altar. It's great. It'll attract money, which it will. But did you know that you can also place this up under your pillow before you went to sleep? Because I mean, it kind of be impossible to place it there as you're sleeping. Duh. But yeah, put it under your pillow before you go to sleep. If you play the lottery, and it helps you to dream about lucky numbers and things like that. Okay. And a lot of people don't know about that, but that is a use for pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Now, the next one, I almost didn't want to teach y'all this one because y'all get a little nasty sometimes. But this is dragon's blood. Dragon's blood resin. Now, we all know because we've been told, and I've taught y'all this, that dragon's blood resin, if burned and the smoke goes through the house, it is an excellent cleanser. It is probably one of the most potent cleansing incenses or whatever that we have in the tradition and in other traditions as well. A lot of people use dragon's blood because it is so powerful. It is so powerful, in fact, that I have told you guys be careful with cleansing your house with too much dragon's blood because dragon's blood doesn't care. It'll cleanse the good spirits and the bad ones. Your house will be sterile like a hospital. So be careful. So that is the main use. But did you know that if a man is having problems, that you can put dragon's blood up under the mattress and it'll fix that. It'll fix that. Doggone. And before I gave that out, I should have bought some more dragon's blood to sell on www.trueconjure.com because I know the fella's gonna be buying this out. And ladies, y'all gonna be buying because ladies, y'all can't sneak it up under his side of the bed. Sure can. So that's another use for dragon's blood. Comment down below if you've ever heard that before, because that's one of the old workings. You pair it with bohog root and whew, somebody gonna have a baby. Moving right along. I've given this one out several times, but I wanted to go ahead and just reiterate, just in case you hadn't seen that before. But this is licorice root. In Hoodoo, licorice root is a commanding and compelling root. It has a bunch of different uses, and most of which involve getting someone else to do your bidding, to do your will, to listen to what you have to say, and do what you want them to do. But also, licorice root, if sprinkled behind the stove, will facilitate weight loss. And also, if you sprinkle licorice root in the path of a loved one, it'll help them to lose weight. So, if you worried about being on my 600-pound life, get you some licorice root. I ain't gonna edit that out either. I'm gonna leave it in the video. Okay. What else do we have over here? You know what? I brought a bunch and we're gonna run through all of them. Y'all show me how appreciative you are by hitting that thumbs up and sharing this video. The next is Fenugreek. Fenugreek. Now I've given this out before, and a lot of people like this because a lot of people have used it. I use it myself. If you put Fenugreek in a bowl with some coins, light a green candle as well, it will draw money to you. It will attract money. If you can, I know it's kind of dark, but in front of that flickering candle, you can see a black bowl. Inside of that bowl is fenugreek and coins. But the secondary or a secondary use for fenugreek is if you sprinkle it in the bathroom, it helps with stomach pains. Okay, so if you got the bubble guts, the bee jizzles, okay, take care of yourself. Absolutely take care of yourself. Get it checked out. But sprinkle fenugreek inside the bathroom, and it helps to calm an upset and sore stomach. Okay. Now the last two for brevity's sake, because I don't want to make these videos too long because y'all have already shown if the video is too long, boy, y'all. But anyway, look at these two. We've got cayenne pepper and cinnamon. Now, both of these ingredients, if you add them to a working, speeds the working up a bit. Now, I know how y'all are because even though this information is out there, I shudder to tell you because you don't want to do this all the time. Sometimes you want a working to work on spirit's time, not yours. But y'all gonna put cinnamon and cayenne pepper and everything and just make a big old speedy mess. But traditionally, we can do that, right? Cayenne pepper, not so much on a positive sense, but cayenne pepper is one of the ingredients in hot foot powder, and hot foot powder gets people moved out of your way. So it does work to speed workings up. But did you know if you have some, because we know hot foot powder makes somebody move, but if you've got a house guest and you ready for them to leave, because the thing is, house guests are a lot like fish. After 3 days, they start stinking. You got to get them out the house. If you sprinkle cayenne pepper in the corners of the room in which they are staying, oh, they'll leave. Oh, yeah, they'll leave. So that's another use for cayenne pepper. Cinnamon. Now, cinnamon is for speeding up good workings, to get the money faster to you. Cinnamon is one of the main ingredients in triple fast luck oil. But did you also know that cinnamon, if you grind it and burn it as an incense in your bedroom, if you are alone, oh, you won't be alone for long. Cinnamon is good for attracting love that is either long lasting or of a very spicy and temporary nature. Okay, so grind it, burn it on one of the little charcoal discs, and it will attract someone to you. The only thing is, be very careful about inhaling burning cinnamon. It can be a little caustic. All right. So y'all enjoying this so far? Let me know if y'all enjoying this so far. Hit the like button. And the last one I like because no one really knows a whole lot about it, but I like it. And it's jasmine flowers. Now, jasmine flowers is one of the obscure roots and herbs, but when I tell y'all, it is a multitasker for real. Because just sprinkling jasmine flowers at your front door, it cleanses the house of negative energy and entities, but it also attracts good luck. Yeah, it attracts good luck. So tell me that's not a 2 for 1 right there. Tell me that's not a 2 for 1. Now, also, now this one is a little sneaky, right? Jasmine flowers, if you burn it with peace incense, let's say everybody in the house fighting, because that happens sometimes. You know, you doggone, I'm walking in, slamming the door. You walking in, and you not saying nothing to me, and we just walking through the house, not saying nothing to each other. You burn jasmine with some peaceful home incense, and it stops a lot of fighting and confusion. Now, if you take it to work, you don't go lighting incense at work. No, but you take the incense and mix it with jasmine flowers unlit and sprinkle it around the workplace. It'll calm confusion and stuff there. Okay. So I don't know how many that was. I'm just going to put a bunch. That's going to be the title for this video. A bunch of multitasking, a bunch of power, because y'all love the word powerful, a bunch of powerful multitasking hoodoo items or something. I'll dress it up. We'll figure it out. But anyway, and lastly, guys, I know I said the next webinar was going to be on bone reading, and it absolutely will be. But here's the thing. Someone else reminded me that I used to have boot camps, and I remember we would do, I forgot how much the fee was, but I would do like 2-hour sessions 3 nights in a row. Not going to do that now. But what about this? What if I did a mini hoodoo boot camp, which is 2 nights? Night 1 will be bone reading. Night 2 will be intro to hoodoo. Right? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do you still want to go with just the bone reading webinar, or do you want to do a mini boot camp, which is like 2 nights, Wednesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, something like that? Y'all let me know in the comment section down below which one you prefer, and that's what we'll go with. But as always, I do appreciate you guys watching this video. It's a little bit longer than I intended, but hopefully y'all got some value out of it. All right, y'all have a good one. Profit out.